Hello everyone, so today I will show you how I choose my maps. So it will be a complete process from the beginning. So first I will grab some fresh maps. Let's go maybe with 20. Because part of them will fall off. So I have, yeah. So first, since all are white, I will put some alchemy on them. Now let's see if there are some really bad affixes there. So basically, if you press Alt, you see that maps have prefixes and suffixes. In general, prefixes is something that buffs your map, so it can be pack size, quantity, and rarity, and other good things. And suffixes is something is basically the debuff, something that make your map harder. So the goal of juicing your map is to get as many prefixes and as low suffixes, or if you get suffixes, they should be not harmful for your character. In this video, I explain how to make that you only get prefixes. It is a random one, but sometimes you get like maps which only have prefixes. This is the perfect storm. So first let's check if there are some really bad ones that... Oh, Burning Ground. Burning Ground is... oh, no, no. Also, I like to skip the elemental weakness because I have don't have overcapped resistances. Elemental weakness is not something that I like to do. It is doable, but oh, this one is very good. Well, also the combination like monster damage, penetrate, elemental resistance is not that bad, but in combination with shocked ground it can be lethal, especially for my Aura bot. Not Aura bot, I don't like the word Aura bot, it comes from the first boy. I use the word the golden boy. So today, my golden boy has an exam, so I will run the maps with him tomorrow, but I will prepare some juicy ones. So basically, it is a character with maximized magic find, and we are using some special techniques. So my character has literally zero magic find, but the other one has like 600 now. Our goal is to get to 1000, but it will be a bit later. We still need some upgrade there. So these maps are okay to continue. Now, what I do next? So this one is pretty bad. I will throw them to Oblivion, or the big trash pile as I call it. Maybe in the next update we will have an opportunity to combine tier 15 maps, like using the reforging bench, and I will be able to dump those. But for now, let's continue with what we have. So let's see. So I will use exiles on the map that have low low prefixes. As you see here, there's a lot of suffixes, but some of them are double, so actually there's a free... Oh, there is no. So let's just drop some exiles where we can. So what you want ideally to get is what we have here. So it's quantity and rarity. Maybe at the higher tier for quantity. Like the idea is to get as much quantity as possible. So you can get I believe you maximum you can get is 27 or 28, but when you're on the next steps, there is a possibility to double this number when we will use Val on it. Let's see. Extra lighting. Well, this one is not very good because the mobs will be pretty fat. So I try to avoid, even with my big DPS. It is not problem for me, but it is problem for our bot because the character is pretty squishy. So if mobs live long enough, they can wreck him, and well, then I lose all my magic find, and it is not that good. We are trying to work on his survivability, but for now it is not enough. Okay, so we finished with the exalts. Now the next step of juiciness is to putting some oils, delirium oils. So there are basically two options. You can boost, each of these oils give you a layer of delirium, which basically make your map more complicated, add the noisy fog, which I don't like, but there are no options to turn it off. And also it boosts the drops. Each of these oils have different effect on when put on your map. So let me show you what I mean. So the first row is pretty cheap ones, and the second row is more expensive. So usually you don't use those for juicing your map because, for example, this costs like more than like 2 divines, so it is not that nicey to put 2 divines on the juice, and it does not give you something very useful. Like let me see what it gives. It's only give you a 50% of delirium, so it is definitely not worth it. So usually we will work with these four or even three because the first one is boosting the magic pack size, which is not very good. You want to boost the pack in general, so this is the cheapest way. And if you are only starting with mapping, you would like to use only maybe one of this or one of those to add the layer of delirium, but not to make your map too complicated. Also, these are pretty cheap. They are, I think, they are cost less than Exalt, so it is not that expensive to use them. What about those two? They are a bit more expensive, but also pretty cheap. As it is the oils that I use for my maps. So for better ones, I will use Paranoia, and for the ones that are not that good, I will use Greed. But it's also possible. It is the matter of taste. Maybe it's better to use Guild because Guild boosting the map, the pack size in general. So it is almost not almost the same as the Paranoia, but it is close to it. Uh, but what? Let's show you what I mean. So I will use Paranoia only for those maps that are really good at my point of view. Uh, like this one. So it has like gold is not very good, but oh, actually there is a free. Oh no. But quantity and rarity is the one that I'm searching for juicing the map. So what we see here, it will increase like if I put 3 oils here. By the way, 3 oils is the maximum you can put into one map. So it will increase the number of rare monsters, but and also will make the area more delirious by 36%. What does it mean? It means that there will be more gray mobs and more mirrors. I think if you once was on the delirium map, you saw these mobs that appear, not nasty mobs that appear from the mirrors and pushing your character back. Yeah. Also, they will drop. This gives the more delirious they are the more chances to spawn the bosses, delirium bosses. Currently, they are pretty useless. Or they only drop almost the same amount of simulacrum splitters as the simple mobs, so you can consider them as another rare mob. Yes, but since I'm running the breach maps, the number of rare monsters there is one of the best things that I can get. So yes, we will buff this map and this one with Paranoia. I believe there's only two that I got. Oh, also we have one with Rarity. It is not that good as Rarity and Quantity. Ah, and another one. Okay, and for other maps, I will do just Rarity. So the Grid one only gives you additional, it also gives you Delirium and additional Rarity. Maybe it is not that good as the pack size. So I will do, for some, I will increase the pack size with the guild. As I said, you don't have to put free oils in every map. If you are just starting, it is okay to put a single oil. Like the first one will only give you a small increase in difficulty. If we're speaking about distillate of ire. Okay, let me grab some additional guilds. We are almost there. Sorry it's taking too long. I just want to show you the whole process. Additional thing that, as you see, I already have one map that has layer of deliriums. It is because there is a very useful, I think this is the one to go, maybe yeah, it is the first one you want to go in your layer of the delirium tree. So this is the trait that will give your waystone a 20% chance to drop with a random the distillate on it, and it can get anything. So it can be the white distillations. Even I have a few maps, even I believe here, which has 50% delirium. So basically, yeah, you see this map is buffed with the white oil, and obviously I didn't do that. This is a one to go in your delirium tree. Uh, Also, since we will have a patch tomorrow, there will be the reduced difficulty in simulacrum, because currently, even for me, for my character, which is pretty strong, the simulacrum is Gamba. Usually I die a lot there. Not a lot, but maybe one of three runs I die. So it is pretty complicated for now. But I read in the patch notes that they reduce in difficulty, especially the damage, because the damage is ridiculous. It is one-shotting you, and I have like 300 HP and 2000, sorry, mana, which and it still kills me. Okay, so we are almost there. I made the delirium oils on my maps. Now is the final step to use the wall on them. So I think you already know. If you don't, when you're using a wall, corruption on any item, there are basically a few outcomes that can happen. So it can be something negative, like if you see some of my maps dropped by one tier, like this three, they become tier 14. And now the good outcome in this situation is if they are going by one level up, like this one, to level 16. But for maps especially, there are a few. Also, I believe the same goes to other items. But for map, there are a few additional outcomes that can be positive or negative. So, this is a good example. As you see, this map has only prefixes. So basically, corruption completely remove negative effect from this map, but I got only the good ones here. So it is a perfect storm at some for some maps. Yes, you don't get any additional waystone drops, but as you see, there are now I have like 5 tabs full of maps, which so you don't have a problem with Waystone later. But this is the one to go. So getting all the prefixes is pretty good. But another one with only prefixes. The downside is that sometimes you can get only suffixes, which will. But these maps can also be good, but for different cause. Let's see what we have here. Another thing in Violink, it can change all of your stats on the map. This is one of them. It can change some of the stats. So after Violink, you should go again through all of your maps and check. Oh, this is a pretty good one. So I'm pretty lucky. Usually I get like 1 or 2 or with full prefixes. Now I already have 3. Another outcome is it can double one or a few of the prefixes or suffixes. This is also can be a very good, like you can get double quantity on a map, which like is a perfect storm at some point. Oh, another perfect prefixes. And no maps with only suffixes. But in sometimes you can get a downside where opposite to what we have here, like the maps with only prefixes, there could be a map which will roll only suffixes. At first, as I said, the suffixes is something that makes map harder or making your life in general harder, but those maps also has usage. Where it's the citadels. You can use this if the affixes is not horrible. You can use this in the citadels. Why? Because if you will check, I don't know. I don't have any. I don't have any keys for the citadel. I not say here, but basically the amount of keys for that you get from a citadel boss depends on the percentage of waystone drop on your map, and the waystone drop chance on your map here, like you see, Waystone drop chance is 180%. It is pretty low, but it depends on the suffixes. So if you roll a map that has only suffixes, it will have some it can roll some ridiculous number here, like 700s or something like this, and it is pretty useful because you're like most likely, if you complete the map with all these suffixes, you will most likely get 3 Waystone drops on the boss. So that's it. I got some maps for tomorrow runs. I will show you. I will upload the video where we clearing something like I have a few buffed here. Like you see, we have 105 quantity, which can basically, after I start map, it can even become bigger because of the some perks from the tree, like. Where it is like this one, where unstable energies, where you can get all your prefixes or suffixes buffed by 25% on your map. So yeah, but it will be tomorrow. Thank you guys, and if you have any questions, please let me know in the comments and I will be happy to answer them. And good luck.